Today I'll be ranking all the Ultimate Kickoff Part 2 players in Madden 23. The tiers today are going to be must-have, great, good, okay, budget beast, and trash. We're going to get into the first card right here with Arden Key. Arden Key has 81 speed with 83 finesse moves. The power moves are a little bit low and the block shit isn't that high, but I think Arden Key does not look like a bad card at all. I'm going to go ahead and put him in this budget beast tier. I think he's going to play better than his overall. Now right after that we got Ronald Jones, elusive back, 82 speed, not the best break tackle, not the best catching. I really don't like this card, so he's gonna go in the trash tier for me. And for the final 82 right here, we got Mack Wilson. 83 speed is fine, but 69 zone coverage, not hitting 80 play rec either. Card just really isn't great. He's also going in this trash tier. Now next up right here, we got 85 overall slot arc Christian Kirk. Love the slot arc because he should get short and elite for 1 AP, I believe. 83 speed on him with 80s for route running. Don't think he's bad. I just think on a non-theme team, he's just okay. Love his archetype, but just like the speed and like the route running really isn't top end. Now after that, we got 85 overall Akeim Hicks, run stopper archetype. 70 speed on Akeim Hicks seems generous. Usually I feel like he's like in like the 50s or 60s, but 88 strength, 87 block shit, 87 power moves. I know the finesse moves is low, but this dude is an absolute tank, right? So I would play him at defensive tackle. I think he's a good card. Don't quite think he's great, but I think he can have a role on your team and do a really good job. Now, next up, we got the GOAT, Geno Smith right here, who had a crazy Monday Night Football game. Geno Smith, 76 speed, 83 throw power, good accuracy, but the most important thing on a quarterback right now, one is now set feet lead. Can he get set feet lead? He can't. 2, release. He has generic 2 as a release, which seems like a pretty mid-tier release. So he's going to be a pretty mid-tier quarterback. Gonna go ahead and put him in okay. Now we get the house reward James Bradberry right here. James Bradberry is awesome. So he's a zone archetype, 87 speed, and all these stats pretty much have a chance to go up by 1 if they reach a certain contender level. I know last week's Julio Jones did get the 87. This card also should go up to an 87. So we're looking at someone that's potentially like 88 speed, 87 excel, 86 agility, 87 zone, 87 press, 81 man. If you run a zone scheme, he's really good. Man, not really the best, but the speed can kind of carry him. I think he's a great card, but I don't quite think he's on this must-have tier, but I do really like him. And after that, we got Jalen Reeves Mabin right here. Pass coverage archetype, gets that lurker ability, 85 speed. He's one of the few pass coverage left outside linebackers in the game, period. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the good tier because he gets that lurker ability. Gotta see his zone coverage stats, but as long as his zone's decent, he's a good card. Now this right here is a really slept on card in my opinion. Jaran Reed, run stopper archetype, gets that unpredictable ability with 72 speed, which not the best, but 86 block shed, 84 power moves, 83 finesse moves. Again, I'm looking for an 80-80-80 balance for these pass rusher slash defensive linemen. So I'm gonna go ahead and have Jaran Reed in this great tier. I really like the card. After that, we got Matt Ryan, 87 overall, 63 speed, 86 throw power, pretty good accuracies, but again, it all comes down to release. He has generic 3, which not a bad release. He's not a bad quarterback. Does Matt Ryan move the meta at quarterback? No, he's just like a pretty okay quarterback. I think him and Geno being on the same tier, I don't really mind that at all. After that, we got Dolphins legend Devante Parker right here. 85 speed on him. Pretty sure he's like 6'2" if I remember correctly, and 80s across the board for route running. This card, not bad by any means. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the good tier as well. I think he's the best card we covered in good, but I don't quite think he's a great card. EA, try to not drop a Raider challenge. Impossible. So we got Rocky Sen right here. This time he's coming with 85 speed, 84 play rec, 87 man, 82 zone, 86 press. Again, I think he's a pretty good cornerback. Don't quite think he moves the meta at corner, but I think he's a pretty good card. And right after that, we got Allen Robinson. Really like him getting outside apprentice for 2 AP on this card, but 85 speed, 85 short, 82 medium, 80 deep route running. Pretty similar to Devante Parker, so I'm going to put him right by Devante Parker. I don't really think they're like top end at their position or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in this good tier. Now we got Budda Baker. Budda Baker is pretty solid. 86 speed on him, 81 man, 86 zone, and 87 play rec. This one's tough for me. I don't know if I should put Budda in the great tier or in the good tier. It's tough. I'm going to go ahead and lean towards the good right now. I know he's a little bit shorter, but the height on DB is not really the end of the world for me. He could move up into great by the time I end this video. And Tyrann Mathieu actually has a decent card now. 85 speed on him, 85 zone, 82 man, 85 play rec. Gets medium route KO for 3 AP. Don't really like that. Wish it was 2. But he's the zone arc, so he can get some pretty nice abilities as well if you run a zone coverage scheme. I think Tyrann Mathieu, again, going on this good tier, and I'm going to move Budda Baker on up into great. Now we got Jordan Hicks. We can see his zone coverage rating right here. 85 speed on him, 78 zone, but gets lurker. Pretty important if you want to run linebackers for them to get lurker. I know there's starting to get more and more in the game that get that lurker ability, but he also doesn't have any block shit either. Like, it's tough to rank. I think I'm going to put him right by Jalen, Reeves, Mabin. Again, they're both linebackers that get lurker. They're going to be good in my opinion. This is one of my favorite cards they dropped of this promo. George Pickens, playmaker archetype, 86 speed, 86 short, 84 medium, 83 deep route running. Pretty tall as well. I think George Pickens is absolutely amazing. My favorite receiver we covered so far, going up into this great tier, and giving him over James Bradberry. I don't care. I think George Pickens is going to be nice. Every time I see a DJ Chark card, I kind of forget that he's 6'3". 86 speed, deep and elite for 2 AP, 83 short route running, 85 medium, 87 deep route running. I think DJ Chark is so good. He always gets a card just like this that's kind of like a little bit slept on, because I think other people don't realize that he's like 6'3" as well. I really like this DJ Chark card. I'm putting him up into this great tier as well. And now we got new Bronco Randy Gregory, 83 speed on him, 87 finesse moves, 77 power moves, 78 block shed. So the issue I have with the card is, well, I don't really know if he's that much better than his previous card, because the block shed and power moves not hitting 80s again really hurts the card. I like Jaran Reed more than this card at their position, so I'm going to put him in good. I really don't think he's that great of a card. He doesn't hit the 80-80 balance that I'm looking for. Now, next up, we got Noah Fant right here. Tight end, Seahawks, 85 speed on him with 84 short running, 82 medium. Not really great run block. The thing about Noah Fant is, right, there's just so many great tight ends in the game, like Donald Parham, Dave Casper. Now a lot of people are starting to get really tough to justify Noah Fant over any of those guys, even like Lawrence Cager. I think he's, do I put him in great? I think he's a really good card that you could potentially get for free, but you could get Lawrence Cager for free, you get Dave Casper for free. So really, he's just not that great value, right? Like he's a good card, but not good value in my opinion. Now we got Mark Glowinski right here. Gets a Matador on him for his baked in ability. Pretty solid right guard, really. Like, that's all I have to say. Doesn't, like, I don't think move the needle at right guard or anything, but he's a good offensive lineman, so he's going in the good tier. And now we get olukon. So olukon, I like him, but he's just not gonna be it, because if they would have gave this card lurker, might have put him in the great tier. But 86 speed, 75 zone on him, 73 block shed as well. Just don't really think the value's there. Doesn't get the lurker ability. He's going in like okay for me. That's really the best place I could put him. After that, we got DJ Reed, 86 speed DB, 88 zone coverage, 80 press, but 78 man holds him back. I know he's really good in a zone scheme, so if you only run zone, you know, you don't have to worry about the man. But I want to rate him based on how good he is compared to every single other like CB in the game, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put him in good, and I feel like I might be being a little generous. He probably should be in just okay, but the 86 speed is pretty nice. It's just, again, not hitting at least 80 man. Red flag. Now we got the LTD Brandon Scherff right here. Not going to be worth his price, because right guard is not going to make or break your team, but he's probably the best right guard in the game, right? But again, I just don't think it's great value. Do I put him in great? Like, I'll put him in great because he's way better than Mark Glowinski, right? But like, at the end of the day, it's a 90 overall right guard. Don't waste your coins unless you're like doing a theme team. I just don't think he's going to be worth his price, but I will go ahead and put him in the great tier. Now we get to the two big ones right here. CMC, 90 overall, 88 speed on him, 90 excel, 90 agility, 88 break tackle, 82 catching. So I love CMC's cards. He gets RB apprentice for 2 AP this time, short and elite for 1 AP. So that alone already, he's gonna go in the must-have tier. Now, the other interesting thing that I think is to note on this card is CMC always has really high route running, so potentially he could get open on routes that your running backs right now are not getting open on, which I think could be absolutely huge for the meta. I could see CMC changing the meta at running back, so I think he is a must-have player. And for the final card of the video, Von Miller. If you use this basically, you already know how good this card is going to be. I mean, 84 speed, 91 block shed, 90 power moves, 88 finesse moves. Remember earlier I was talking about Jaran Reed, how I'm looking for an 80-80-80 balance. He almost hits a 90-90-90 balance, which is absolutely insane. This card, no doubt about it for me, is also going into this must-have tier. Gets 3 AP edge threat as well. This has been my tier list for the Ultimate Kickoff Part 2 promo. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know who you plan on picking up. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure to go ahead, leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see me use some of these players live and give you live feedback on what I think of each card, check the links in the description. Make sure to hit that Twitch with a follow. I do appreciate y'all boys clicking on to this video though. If you guys want another video to watch, check this one right here. I used the new Drew Bledsoe. Can he win me my All Madden Legend Super Bowl?